Well, it's Monday. I'm on the phone with head football coach Duane Crawford from the Ellsworth Eagles. And, Coach, a disappointing 20-14 loss down in Thorndike against Mount View. That puts you now at 3-3, just behind Mount View, who are at 4-2. There's a log jam here. 3, 4, 5 are all 4-2. You're in sixth place. Luckily, sixth place is a playoff spot, but you'd like to move higher. Tell us a little bit about the game, and then we'll talk about the upcoming week.
Yeah, we seem to be snake bitten when we go down there. It's last year we went down there and we led the whole game and lost in overtime, and then we're up 14-13 with 2 minutes to go, and didn't quite get it done, and gave them the ball, and they went down and scored, and that was pretty. We got down to about the 10-yard line and ran out of time, but. It's 142 snaps, and that's been last year. We had about that many, and it's a lot of snaps, and it was not as cool as you would have thought it would have been down there. It was probably 70. So the kids, towards the end of the game, you got, once again, when you don't have a lot of depth, there's a lot of kids playing a lot of playing the entire game. So. Or a few kids playing the entire game, I should say. So, you kind of get worn out. The play they scored on was one we'd stuffed 3 or 4 times and previously, and we just had some kids that were probably tired and got out of position, and they got around us. And so, it is what it is. We're on and moving on to the next game, which is Mattanawcook Academy. But the reality is we go from if we'd put that game away, we'd been solidly in 5th place, and regardless of what happens the rest of the season, and now we're going to need help to get into the playoffs at 6th place, depending on what Washington Academy does against Mount View. So that'll be the determining factor, I guess, is that game. So
you've got to win. I think you're in as long as you beat Mattanawcook Academy.
Yeah,
I mean, then you don't have to worry about help. I mean, you've got that game and then a real tough game against Bucksport to end the season.
Right. Yeah.
And it'll be senior day at Carmichael Field, and that's just a tough way to go. You need to win this Friday night.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. If we take care of business Friday night, we're in as well. So it's just been breaking. I broke down their tape yesterday and was just working on it this morning when you called. And they have a lot of players, some good athletes out there. So we've got our work cut out for us. But it's like all the teams. They have, they probably have a few more athletes than we do, but they tend to go to the same guys over and over again. And after you run through the plays, they get to be predictable. And it's just a matter of they do what they do. You got to stop them, and that's
right.
That's what we've got to do. And defensively on Saturday, we did really well. We had a number of turnovers. Connor intercepted a pass and we turned it 60 yards for a touchdown. Will Moore intercepted a pass on it. They were driving. They threw one in the end zone. He had an interception. We had a couple of other another fumble recovery and an interception. So we did what we needed to on defense, and our problem is on offense. Losing Javon makes us a little one-dimensional.
Yeah.
And pretty much the same thing when Javon was out injured, Dexter, that first game, same thing. We were a little one-dimensional. So we've got to find a way to get other people involved, and thought we did a little bit of that on Saturday, but as it turns out, we didn't do enough of it, and we had some problems with some of the exchanges and some of the things we were trying to do. So we became too predictable, and that's what slowed us down. And that's kind of what happens when you have a smaller team. You only have so many individuals you can go to. So when you have injuries, it narrows down the field and what you can do. So got to be creative this week and see if we can't come up with something that'll put some more points on the board.
Well, Friday night is senior recognition night. I believe the game will be televised on the internet on 92.9 theticket.com. But don't stay at home. You need to make plans right now for Friday night to be in the grotto and rooting on the boys.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I haven't looked that far ahead to see what the weather is, but it's it's senior night for us. Our last home game of the season, regular season, and come out and support us. And it should be a fun game and fun one to watch. A lot of good players out there on the field, and so it'll be a good night for football. Plus,
when you come, you want to bring a non-perishable food item or some toiletries, a bag of diapers, because everything will be donated to the Loaves and Fishes Food Pantry. That's just been a great partnership between the football team and the food pantry.
Yeah, we've been doing that for a couple of years now, and we always seem to get a lot of stuff dropped off, and anything that we can do to help the community, and it's a great way to give back, and so bring something. Every little bit helps, even if it's just a couple cans of soup or a box of macaroni and cheese or something like that.
We're all in this together. Anything that you can do to help out helps everybody out. I mean, that's just the way it is.
Yeah, that's right. Every little bit helps.
All right. So on Friday, so you can think ahead, let's profile the seniors, as that'll be senior recognition night. And tell us a little bit about, are you practicing today, Monday, Columbus Day, Indigenous Peoples Day, or the boys have it off? What's the practice schedule this week?
Yeah, no, we have it off today. We're still a little sore, like I said, yeah. We've got some kids that took 142 snaps, and that's a lot. So give them the day off today, and we'll be back at it tomorrow. So, walk through the game plan for this week and get a few reps in tomorrow night, rep it a little bit more on Wednesday night, and walk through on Thursday, and then, boy, game day gets here quickly.
Well, having that, it's nice to have that extra day of practice last week. But that also, by playing on Saturday, it's you lose a day in terms of rest and recovery.
Exactly. Yeah, you do, and that point you added a day to recovery because you've got to have one more day to get those kids back,
right.
Get rid of the soreness and get that out. So even going in today to try to do something, you still got them hobbling around and geez, everything's sore and. So it's better just to take the day off, let them rest up, and put it all together on Tuesday.
All right, Coach. Have a good week. We'll talk to you on Friday, and again, mark October 12th on your calendar. Senior recognition night at Tug White Stadium in Ellsworth. Come on out, root on the boys as they take on the Mattanawcook Academy Lynx.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks,
Coach.
Coach.
Fun night. All righty.